divided by 3 for all n belongs to what? N. N means set of all natural numbers. Okay. So what is the first step? Let P of n. Let P of n is equal to, take down the given statement or the given result as P of n. So let P of n is equal to what? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus n into n plus 1 is equal to what? N into n plus 1 into n plus 2 whole divided by 3. This is our first step, right? So then step 1. Step 1. What is step 1? Prove that P of 1 is true. This is our step 1, right? So for that n is equal to 1. So what is LHS becomes? So LHS, consider the first term because here we take n as 1, which means we have to consider the first term only. What is the first term? This is our first term, that is 1 into 2. So 1 into 2 means 1 2s are 2. This is our LHS. So then what is our RHS? So here also for RHS put n is equal to 1. So it becomes 1 into 1 plus 1 into n plus 2 means 1 plus 2 whole divided by what? 3. Okay. Simplify this one. 1 into 1 plus 1 is 2 into 1 plus 2 is 3 whole divided by what? 3. So 3 gets cancelled, right? So 1 2s are 2. So observe that LHS is also equal to 2 and RHS is also equal to 2. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. So hence P of 1 is true, right? P of 1 is true. So step 1 is completed. So what is step 2? Step 2 is assume that P of k is true, right? This is our step 2. So P of k is true means what? So 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus put n is equal to k. So n into n plus 1 means k into k plus 1, that is equal to what? K into k plus 1 into k plus 2 whole divided by 3. If the given statement is true for some k, then the statement becomes like this. This is our step 2. Then step 3. Step 3 is what? Prove that the next term after k, what is the next term? K plus 1, that is prove that P of k plus 1 is true. So we have to prove this one, that is, so which means what? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus etc. plus, so k into k plus 1 is the kth term. So we want another term, that is k plus 1th term is plus, put k as k plus 1, so it becomes k plus 1 into, so k plus 1 ಗೆ k plus 1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ k becomes k plus 1 becomes what? K plus 2. This is the next term. This is kth term, this is k plus 1th term, that is equal to what? So again here also put k as k plus 1, so k becomes k plus 1 into k plus 1 becomes what? K plus 2, right? So because k plus 1 means put k as k plus 1 plus 1 k plus 2. Similarly k plus 2, put k is equal to k plus 1. K plus 1 plus 2 becomes what? K plus 3 whole divided by 3. So we should prove this one, that is the given statement is true for P of k plus 1. We must prove this one. So that is our step 3. So for that what we do? For that we have to consider the LHS. So consider the LHS. So what is our LHS? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1 plus what? Next term k plus 1 into by the principle of mathematical induction. MI means mathematical induction. By the principle of mathematical induction, the result is true for all natural numbers. The given result is true for all natural numbers. Understand? This is for 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. We have to follow the same procedure. Understand? So shall we move on to the next problem? So this question in your examination it will be asking for 5 marks. It's a 5 marks question. So the next question is, prove by mathematical induction that 1 by 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. plus 1 by n into n plus 1 is equal to what? N by n plus 1 for all n belongs to n. This is our next problem. Okay, so we have to follow the same procedure. Understand? So what is the first step? Let p of n is equal to what? Consider the given statement as p of n. 1 by 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. plus 1 by n into n plus 1, that is equal to what? N by n plus 1. So next step 1. So step 1 is prove that p of 1 is true. Right? That is n is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1. So p of n is equal to 1 means we have to consider the first term, that is one term, that is 1 by 1 into 2. This is our LHS, right? LHS is equal to 1 by 1 into 2, that is equal to 1 by 1 into 2 means 1 2s are 2. So LHS becomes 1 by 2. So then what will be the RHS? RHS is equal to, again put n is equal to 1. So n by n plus 1 means 1 by 1 plus 1, right? So 1 by 1 plus 1 is 2. So LHS and RHS both are equal to what? 1 by 2. So LHS is equal to what? RHS. Therefore P of 1 is true. So step 1. So step 2. Assume that P of k is true. So P of k means what? That is 1 by 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. plus 1 by k into k plus 1 is equal to what? K by k plus 1. Right? This is P of k. Then come to step 3. Step 3 is what? Prove that P of k plus 1 is true. So we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. That is, which means what? The statement becomes 1 by 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. plus 1 by k into k plus 1. This is kth term. So the next term, that is 1 by k plus 1 the term ke put k is equal to k plus 1, that is k becomes k plus 1 into k plus 1 becomes k plus 1 plus 1, that is k plus 2. Right? This is k plus 1 the term, that is equal to what? So RHS also k means k plus 1, right? Divide by k plus 1 means what? K plus 2. So we have to prove this. This is equal to k plus 1 divided by k plus 2. So how to prove this one? Again consider the LHS. up to here. From step 2, this is equal to what? K by k plus 1, right? So from this up to k term, that is equal to k by k plus 1 plus what? K plus 1 the term, that is 1 by k plus 1 into what? K plus 2, right? So now take 1 by k plus 1 as the common factor. So the remaining is here k, because 1 by k plus 1 take outside, plus, so here what is the remaining term? 1 by k plus 2, right? So the next step, 1 by k plus 1, take the LCM. So what is the LCM? K plus 2, k plus 2. So k plus 2 into k, that is k into k plus 2 plus what? 1. Just I will take the LCM here. Now simplify this one. 1 by k plus 1 into k means k square plus k into 2 means 2k plus 1 whole divided by what? K plus 2. Okay. So now you have to factorize k square plus 2k plus 1. So how to factorize? What is the factorization? So k square plus 2k plus 1, right? So k square plus. So here we have 1. So if you multiply two numbers, you must get 1, and if you add two numbers, you must get 2, right? So 2k can be written as k plus k or 1k plus 1k, because 1 ones are 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1. So next group the terms and take the common term, that is here take k as the common factor, so it becomes k plus 1, plus here take 1 is the common factor, so it becomes k plus 1. K plus 1 and another one is also k plus 1, so it is nothing but k plus 1 the whole square. The factorization of k square plus 2k plus 1 is equal to what? K plus 1 the whole square. So now replace here. So here we have 1 by k plus 1. So k square plus 2k plus 1 means what? K plus 1 the whole square. Divide by what? K plus 2, right? So k plus 1 and one term of k plus 1 here get cancelled. So the remaining is k plus 1 divided by k plus 2. This is our RHS, right? So we prove P of k plus 1 also. So therefore P of k plus 1 is also true. So all the conditions are satisfied. At the last you must write hence by the principle of mathematical induction, the given result is true for all natural numbers. Understand? So you must write this sentence at the end. Understand? You must follow all the steps. So all problems are equal. Same method use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, but question is different. So nth term k plus 1th term ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು important. Otherwise this problem is very